there something from a schematic standpoint that you feel like is holding this offense back?
Well, we had, I think you can see early in the game, the game plan was a little bit different for him to get his run inside and perimeter. But, that was just a conversation with him on the sideline was that he wasn't comfortable with that. And, we talked every series about, and we talked with him every series that he wanted to play. I thought he did some good things in the second half, in the end, even though to get back in here and get that ankle warmed up. Sometimes when you have that, the initial pain is one thing, but when anybody's ever twisted an ankle, that once you stop for a while, that's when it gets worse. And so he kept it loose. He wanted to play, and those were the conversations we had in between series.
He said it happened on a play before the one where he kind of stumbled down without being hit. Did you see the play where he got twisted up?
No, I didn't. I just know that he got up, kind of moving around a little bit, and I saw the one where he got twisted up. When he stumbled a little bit, and I think they were back-to-back plays or something like that within a couple plays. So something wasn't right, and he communicated that on the sideline. But I'll have to look at it. Look at the video.
Did you expect there to be growing pains with this coaching transition program, et cetera?
Anytime. Anytime you do that, yeah, I think, you look at where we are right now, we'll get back to, we're missing, we got 4 new linemen, and, we'll get Leif back this week. And, 2 of our defenders that play a lot of football for us on the back end perimeter. We have Mike Jace, who's probably one of our better corners. Yeah, so we're not the team that we want to be. We're not the team that, but we also, we're not the same team personnel-wise. And that's a work in progress. And that changes this week with 3 players that play a lot of football here that can make us better.
Was it encouraging to still see them battling in the 4th quarter?
Yeah, I thought, it's like last week. It's just as he could, as you say that, then we've got to find a way to start faster, and then be consistent. There was moments there where it was really good football, and trust me, we had that conversation at halftime about what football was going to look like from us in the second half, because it didn't look very good in the first and second quarter, and so. I would say that if there was a positive, it was that they would respond to that challenge at halftime.
Was the tempo the most difficult thing to deal with from a defensive standpoint?
I don't know. When you say tempo, we practice against us all the time. We have a lot of get on good with that tempo. Even with that tempo, we ran 100 plays. We had more plays than they did. They had more big plays, but they took more shots. So it's a combination of the tempo and really, the deep throws. They hit a couple of them, but we had a couple pass interference calls. It was, we're short on the quarter right now. So we'll get Jace back this week. That'll help us too.
What's your impression of U of H from what you saw today? What makes them so difficult to defend?
I think they do a nice job with their tempo. I think that they've got really good speed and stretch the field vertically, repetitively, and you combine that with a quarterback that's mobile, and a quality, experienced offensive line. So they're moving fast, but it's not just the tempo. What you saw today was them change speeds. Whether it was as fast as you can go, or get on the ball and keep the pressure on you and let the clock run, and double call things so they can get to look at the defense and make changes. So, Kendall and Andrew do a great job of that, and did a great job with Baylor too. So, that's.
How serious is it when you have to change your game plan, especially that early in the game?
How serious?
How serious from a coaching perspective?
You have to adjust. It took us too long to adjust. We got to the 3rd quarter, and obviously we were able to sit down do some other things and move the football in the second half. But you know, a lot of things that you can practice that week. You know, you can just draw a line to them, and then it limits you. But by the same token, we also ran some plays in the second half that we didn't practice very much this week. We just added it to the game plan with where Khalil was. It's stuff that we, and I thought our guys did a nice job of adjusting, you know, on the sideline in the second half and that.
What did you see on the sequence where you guys had 4 plays down there at the 1 and you couldn't get in?
I think our right side got beat by the tackle. They slanted out a quick swung, and that's what it looked like on the jumbotron because they were in the backfield.
One more question.
Even after that happens, you guys get the safety,
right?
And then get the ball back, and you had 4th and 9 at the 45 with 5 minutes left, and you punted. What was the thought process there?
Oh, we wanted to pin them back down in there again. I mean, we just got a safety and get the ball back. It was 4th and almost 10, and you know we hadn't been very successful on 3rd and long yardage plays. You know, holding up in protection. So you know, wanted to try to get the ball back down in there and see if we could make something happen.
Did you think you had enough time to score?
Yeah, we had one time out left, but once they broke out and you know on the jet sweep and got across 40, 50 yard line, we ran it down with the 30 or something like that. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really the ball game right there when it got to the end.
Any bright spots today as far as, I don't know, Darius Smith, Sean Poindexter?
Yeah, I think Sean has proven in the last couple of weeks that he's been consistent, you know, and he's been consistently he's been effective. I thought Tony again was consistent and effective. But there's nicknames Bam who's back at home, and I think what you see there is you've added a 3rd back. You know, as a young guy that's got a bright future that can get in the rotation and do some things. Schooler continues to play his heart out, and he's all over the place. But I have to go back and look at it, but those are just some things that jumped out at me.
All right, thank you, Coach.